Hello everyone, this is Raymond Valdemar, and today we're going to talk about androgyny as gender identity, as gender expression. And we're also going to talk about androgynous gender identities. So, let's go. First of all, I want to tell about myself. I consider myself to be androgyne, and that's my gender identity. What does it mean? It means that I'm not a woman or a man 100%. I'm something in between. I am a mix of these some feminine and masculine types. I'm something else. Not a woman, not a man, but something in between and something which can connect manhood with womanhood at the same time. Why not by gender? Because by gender, it's about two genders at the same time, but it's not about man and woman necessarily. So being by gender, it's about two xenogender identities, about being a man and non-binary, about being a woman and non-binary, about any connections, just any compilations between two gender identities, but that's not necessarily man and woman as it usually said. So I'm not bigender, I'm androgyne. However, I also can feel neutral or something like that. I can be neutral. So in this way, I can say that I combine three gender identities in my identity. But generally, I'm androgyne. It's the most suitable, the most appropriate identity for me, the most appropriate label for me. Honestly, I want to say that I don't like many labels. I don't like to change labels because sometimes it makes me feel like, you're uncertain, you don't know who you are, you don't know what is your true self, what do you want, or something like that. So that's why I don't like to change labels and to have many because it makes me feel like uncomfortable. And I was trying to find the most appropriate label for myself. And I'm very happy that androgyne suits me so much and makes me feel very comfortable and very common with this label. So, and what is about gender expression? Androgynous gender expression, it's something which is considered to be necessary for non-binary people. That, there is a stereotype: if you're non-binary, you must be androgynous. However, any person can be androgynous, as any person can be masculine or any person can be feminine. There are lots of cis women who are masculine. That doesn't make them man. There are lots of these men who are feminine, and it doesn't make them women at the same time. So that's absolutely okay. There are lots of androgynous people who are not non-binary, and that's okay. And of course, non-binary people also can be masculine, feminine, androgynous. They can look any way they want, and I think that everyone understands that. Am I right? Yes, I hope so. And to androgynous gender expression can be used by any person, as the same as feminine, masculine, you know. And of course, it's not the same as gender. Because, as I said, any person can be androgynous, but it doesn't make them androgyne as a gender. So, as I also said, if you're masculine, that doesn't mean that you're a man. If you're feminine, it doesn't make you woman at the same time. But my gender expression, I can express myself any way I want as a person, but I usually try to look androgynous because I have severe gender dysphoria, and if I look too feminine, it makes me dysphoric. It makes me really stressed and worried. Also, because I am a non-op person, and I think that after all the surgeries, I will probably look more feminine if I want, of course. But now I like. mm can't look too feminine because it makes me dysphoric because of my body dysphoria. And I also don't want to look too masculine, hyper masculine, because it also makes me feel uncomfortable, and it makes me feel not myself. And I don't like brutality and something like that. I don't like to look the way stereotypic man look like. I don't like gender stereotypes about men, women, non-binary. I hate gender stereotypes. I hate any stereotypes, by the way. So I don't want to look like a stereotype man. And when I look too masculine, that makes me feel uncomfortable. Of course, I don't think that being masculine and looking in stereotypic way makes you something bad, and that's bad. No, if you want to be too masculine or too feminine, you can be. And of course, there is no terms like too much for yourself. That's your choice. But for me, it's not too suitable. It makes me feel uncomfortable too. So as far as I said, I try to express myself in androgynous way. Yes. However, when I look feminine, I want to look as a feminine man, as a mask person who looks feminine. So I don't want to be seen as a woman in skirt, for example. I want to be seen as a feminine man in skirt, or androgynous person in skirt. I don't want to be seen as a woman with makeup. I want to be seen as a man with makeup. And of course, I want to be presented in society and for other people as androgynous man, because the percentage of masculinity in my androgyny is higher than percentage of femininity. And that's also okay, because there are lots of androgynous identities. About them I'm going to talk right now. So as far as I said, there is androgyne as like general identity, which is kind of mix of femininity and masculinity. However, there is femme androgyne, a kind of androgyny when the femme part, feminine part, is like higher, stronger than masculine part. Otherwise, there is also mask androgyne, where your mask part is bigger than your femme part. I want to say about myself that I can be mask androgyne in this way. There is also something which is called gender saros, or flu androgyne, when you have fluidity in your gender identity, in your androgyne gender identity, in these frames of this gender. So your like parts of femininity and masculinity can fluctuate, and sometimes you can feel more mask than femme, and vice versa. Yes. There is also Libra androgyne. It's like Libra masculine and Libra feminine, when you mostly feel like a gender, but at the same time, you have a small percentage of androgyny in your identity. You can also be demi androgyne, that you're like half androgyne and half from of, for example, a gender. There is also trans androgyne, that is also described as my identity, because when you're making in transition, when you're in transition and you're transitioning in kind of androgynous way, you're trans androgyne. It's like trans mask and trans femme, but there is also trans androgyne. It's not the same as trans natural, by the way, but they can have some thing familiar, some similarities between them. So there are also some gender identities which have, for example, like connection with agenderness and androgyne at the same time. You can also be bigender, under where your one gender is androgyne and another gender, for example, agender, or another xenogender, another non-binary gender. So that's also under like androgyne umbrella. And what's more, I will leave under this video link about androgyny identities. You can read more about them in this article and get some more information which I didn't mention in my video. So now think I should make a summary. Mm, what you want to say in the end? So I want to say, and I say it, that androgyny, it's underrated as for me, gender identity, not common because I actually didn't hear anything about it. I haven't heard much information about this identity, but it exists. And it's not the same as androgynous appearance and androgynous gender expression. And I think that you get some more information about this non-binary gender identity, and this video was useful for you. If so, give me some thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe on my channel, and please also check other videos, especially about my experience as a non-binary person in Ukraine. And I hope I will make more videos in the future, and we will meet soon. So thank you so much. Also, don't forget to leave your comments below, and see you.